Hello everyone, welcome to this Saturday evening live stream. And I would just say in advance that I forgot that February is such a short month. Normally, on the last Saturday of each month, I host a live drawing session for Let's Face It, which is wonderful. It's so much fun. And I was going to have it I still will be having it next weekend, focused on pure line drawing. But as I sat down to come to this live stream, and we have guests over, so I'm going to be keeping it brief today, I sat down to draw, and then I got a notification. It's your Let's Face It event for the end of the month. And I was like, it's not the end of the month. So sorry about that, but March has 5 Saturdays, so the first Saturday and the last Saturday of March, hi Carrie Do, I will be hosting a Let's Face It live Zoom session. So there won't be any missing out. I just totally forgot about it. I didn't realize February is so short. So that's coming up. And right now we get to draw Anastasios, Picasso 82. Those of you who are in the chat, say hello. Carrie Do and Kiki are here. Hi, nice to see you. I have a few words. Anastasios is from this group, and he's here. AG123 is Anastasios. And it's so nice to have you here. I'm really happy to be able to draw you today with everyone. You can share your work, tagging Picasso82 and me, and I will reshare to my stories. And I just got something I wanted to read, because I like to... Oh, here, at the top of the list. Tasso plus Picasso is Picasso. Hello, Maria. Hello, Rachel. So good to have you here. And the artist name is from your wife. That's so cool. So it's a mixture of the name Tasso and Picasso. And just a few words. You could already start drawing if you like, as you listen. So Picasso is Greek, but is born in Germany. I also live in Germany. And lived with his parents in Greece for 9 years, but then eventually emigrated back to Germany, married to a lovely wife, Maria, who gave you your great name. I have no kids. You work on a project controller, as a project controller at Dillinger, a large steel company in Saarland. In your free time, you like to be creative and have been doing urban sketching, which is amazing. Everyone go check out the Picasso82 account. Such cool urban sketching. And watercolor painting since 2017. Love to travel the world and would love to see the whole world and draw. And you didn't dare to draw portraits until recently, but drawing together in this group gave you the courage, and it's also a lot of fun to draw with all of us. So thank you everyone who is involved in this daily drawing practice, because it is so cool to do it together. Daily practice, that was my little bit that I just added. Daily practice has improved my drawing skills. And yeah, those are the words. I always like to ask people when I get in touch with them, is there anything I can say on your behalf? And I'm really happy to get to know you better through that little story of your life, a bit of it. Kiki says super drawer. Picasso is a super drawer. Ronnie is here. And Maya, hello. Let's start drawing. So following on from yesterday, my parents, whose wedding anniversary was today, and they were happy to see my post that I made. And I saw, I talked to them last night after the live stream. I didn't realize they'd be awake, but then Dad laughed in the comment on my post where I said they've been married for 100 years. Let's draw. So I have been focusing on this pure line idea, and I'm going to do a bit more of that right now. But I don't always have the reference, but this reference I have printed out, and I've got light right alongside. And as I draw, it looks like it's about to push off of my work surface and fall down. So I want to find something sticky. I have a kneaded eraser here somewhere. that my kids love taking when they come in here. Can't find it. Oh well, I'll just see how I go. Let's start drawing. Were they surprised with all the tags? I don't know. I'll have to ask them. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Oh, they must have seen it. So I don't know if they know how to reshare or put things to their stories or anything. They're mostly observers, but they also have some great photos. So you can follow my parents from yesterday. I know. I'm just going to hold this, and then it won't fall down because it'll be in my hand. Anastasia says, thanks to everyone who's participating today. Hi, Gabriela. It was, it makes me really happy to hear that you're enjoying the portrait drawing together so much. And I enjoy it so much, and it's really cool to know that that people are getting a lot out of it as well. And so I always really enjoy hearing your feedback. If you're watching the replay, say hi in the comments and let us know how you like drawing together. I love it, and I'm so thankful to have all of you here drawing along with me. It's so much fun. And this is a reference photo that was shared in the Discord server because I opened up a reference sharing chat, and I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. And Anastasios and a few others shared some images there. And you are welcome to do the same. And if you are happy to be drawn during a live stream, when you share your selfies to the reference sharing chat, you can write in the caption, Dylan, I'm happy for you to use these in a live stream. And then I'll know. I'll still let you know if I'm going to use them. But it'll be really great. I love drawing people who I know in some way, and love, especially, it's super cool drawing people that I draw together with. So I've had a few opportunities to share faces with you here of people that I know, either from the real world or online, and it's really cool. I love the mix of just so many wonderful people and wonderful faces from all over the place that we get to connect to and draw together. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. There's like this, it's just so cool, this big dark shape here, the shadow shape up the side here. I'm going to keep it to line today. And just having fun going around, filling in these lines, filling in the pieces of the puzzle just with line work. And I mentioned at the beginning, if you have just joined, or perhaps you were hanging out waiting for me to start my Let's Face It session, but I just realized just 10 minutes before getting online for this live stream, I sat down on the computer and got a notification, your Let's Face It event is about to start. And I was like, oh no. I was totally not ready for it. The month is just too short. And so it's going to be happening next weekend. The Pure Line Let's Face It live drawing session. Oh, hang on. What am I doing here? I should continue here before I start doing things over there, because what am I doing? Putting things in the wrong place. Sometimes it's interesting to have to correct along the way and draw over marks that we've made, reconsider things and redraw things. And then there would just be this kind of an echo, a remnant of the reconsidered shapes that we were about to draw. I enjoy not erasing for that reason, that sometimes you just have like the history of choices that you've made remain as evidence below the surface of whatever the finished drawing is. And if you don't go in too heavy-handed to begin with, then you can get away with a lot. Hi little Fadenfish. Lewis has retracted a message. I don't know what you said, Lewis, but I respect your retraction. Who here loves their eraser? Who uses their eraser all the time when you're drawing with pencil? I used to. I had pieces where I definitely erased more than I drew, if that's even possible. And it was during my mentorship that my wonderful mentor Rebecca Gay noticed all my hesitant mark making and redoing of things and bringing back redrawn pieces week after week. And then Rebecca was like, I think you'd really benefit from drawing with ink. And it was such a wonderful suggestion, and I never looked back because it's just taught me so much. Oh, this is interesting. I love these kind of things where, like, the value here, if you're looking at the background as well, it's still really distinct that this is the edge of the face, but these values are like almost the same. That's cool. Hey Sam, it is like a continuous drawing, like a continuous line drawing, but not continuous. I spent like a lot of the last month focusing on continuous line drawing, which was super fun to do. It was hard for me to stop. I enjoyed it so much. And you can watch all the replays to those videos as well. And there are some really cool drawing sessions in there. Continuous line is really cool. So the idea I was trying to carry on from continuous line was to do pure line and try to figure out what is pure line. And so this really clear and kind of considered minimal line making. Like there's line drawing which has lots of lines, which is really cool. But this is something I've kind of been focusing a lot and realized as I love filling in like all cool hatching and shading and stuff with this stylized kind of manner of hatching that I did some of the ones last week. But I'm not sure. I'm trying to discover what I mean by pure line. And I feel like this kind of really clear line drawing kind of feels like what I mean. But I will do some more with some more hatching as well, because it's really fun to explore what can fit within the idea of pure line. And it's all these self-imposed kind of ideas and boundaries, but it's interesting to experiment within them and see how it shifts our way of looking and thinking about what we're drawing. Rachel really likes the idea of history of drawing choices being part of the final drawing. Yeah, rather than erasing them. That's the thing I was just talking about. I kind of wandered off, but yeah, to see the evidence of the choices that you made, it also maybe would teach you to, like, you can go in really boldly and then redraw over things, or maybe you start gently and then like really reaffirm things when you feel like they're in the right place. There are all these different ways of kind of making these decisions. Dale says it's hard to decide what to like more, eraser or the stump. Oh, the stump is so cool. Like, I love it so much, and I only really discovered it I think maybe it was about 3 years ago, because someone gave me pencils that I never used, and there was a blending stump in there, and I used that and was like, oh, this is like the magic wand of drawing. You can like, it's not erasing, but it's using the pigment that's already there, smudging it out, moving it around. Oh, it's so much fun. We'll definitely be using the blending stump a lot when I focus on shadow shapes, because it's such a good tool. Sam says I'm an inspiration and you enjoy this channel. I'm so glad to hear it. Like and subscribe, everyone, if you haven't already. And I'm really happy to hear that you enjoy this corner of YouTube, this corner of the internet, where we just hang out and draw together, draw these cool people together. So yeah, there's that kind of extra line. I'm just wondering now, the glasses are like way bigger, but that's okay. This is pretty much done. I think. Now I'm just wondering if there are certain lines I can emphasize. I'll take a photo of this. I don't know where this is going. I feel like it's almost done, but once I start like adding stuff to it, then maybe it's gonna not be almost done. So now it's just like a selection choice of like choosing lines to reinforce, to be like, this is a bold, heavy line here. Maybe using the side of the pencil would be cool too. Because just adjusting that kind of the emphasis on the line can just make us look at it in a different way. Like it can be so nice. There's so many beautiful drawings that I've been looking at all these different line artists people have been suggesting to me, and some of them there's a lot of this kind of unified line because it's with a ballpoint pen or a felt tip, and they can be so beautiful, so nice. But it's interesting to make these choices about, okay, what lines amongst these lines, this fairly minimal way of drawing, what lines could really be made more bold to have more of an emphasis and guide the viewer's eye. And it's interesting, there's so many awesome bold shadow shapes in here, but it's interesting just to leave them open and light. Here I've drawn these shadow shapes having a clear understanding that there are these really cool shadow shapes here, and if I was going to hatch it, I would just go and fill it all in. But at the moment I just feel like it's pretty interesting having them just left open. Thank you, Anastasios. Looks beautiful. You look beautiful. Thank you for the great reference. And yeah, I mentioned the reference sharing chat on the Discord server. The link to the Discord server is in the description below, and at the end of this I'll add it to the live chat as well. So if you're not already there, you can jump on over and join the fun. And it is fun. Of the people who are sharing their work there, it's such a treat to see. I loved seeing all the drawings of my parents. So I'm not sure if everyone shared them to Instagram and tagged my parents yesterday today for their 50th wedding anniversary. But I was thinking of just sharing some of the Discord drawings with them. I should get my dad to join the Discord server, because he as I mentioned yesterday, we went to a drawing class together, and he's been working on a painting from a photo that he took in Italy last year, so that's exciting. And it looks really good. Like he's taken his time, but it's a beautiful scene. He's a great photographer, so he took a lot of great photos, and I'm feeling like this is almost done, but now I'm starting to see like, maybe I could do some more kind of subtle shapes within the shadow, not rendering and hatching anything, but just adding some more detail. Now I see there's this interesting kind of light shape, which is still really dark. But the more we start looking at these shapes and different ways to understand, we just kind of refine the way we look and keep discovering new things to draw and include, and that kind of refined way of seeing becomes just such a joy. I think when it comes to drawing and painting, there are these different ways, just perceiving values differently, perceiving color shifts differently, and starting to notice things that we hadn't noticed before. And yeah, it's just drawing is such an enjoyable a process of discovery again and again. I think this is it. There's so much going on here, which is kind of like confusing me a little bit. But making a bit more happen in the face, I guess, was good. Maybe I wonder if I'll just emphasize a few things to kind of have more, just a couple more dominant shapes within that. It kind of feels like it's a bit confusing what's going on in there, because it's like shadow shapes, but it's less understandable than what's going on in the face, at least for me. It just looks like some kind of, I don't know, design or something. But maybe just adding a bit more to the face to bring more attention back up towards the face. So it can be interesting. I just noticed, I was like, oh, this is kind of distracting. There's so much going on here. I'm like, oh, well, let's bring it back to the face then. Let's try and balance out where the attention is going. And that could potentially be done. I know if I filled in the value in the glasses, like that would draw it right up to this area. But yeah, maybe that's okay for today. It's very tempting to fill in all those shadow shapes, but I'm going to leave it. If you've enjoyed this, if you enjoy all of my things that I'm doing, liking and subscribing is always great, but I'm going to be doing a pure line tutorial this week. I hope to have it out by the end of the week for my Patreon supporters. And if you would like to buy me a coffee, there's a link in the description. You can also buy me a coffee a month via my Patreon. And there you also get access to high resolution photos of my work, and as well as the monthly tutorials if you're in the video tutorial tier. And but yeah, liking, subscribing, tagging, sharing, telling people to come and draw with us. It's all in whatever way you're able to participate. It's so wonderful having you here. I really love hanging out and drawing together with all of you. And we'll be back here again tomorrow and every day. And I said I would put the Discord link in the server, the Discord server link in the chat. So I'll do that right now. And since we've reached the end, you can put your drawing hand emoji in the chat. If you're watching the replay and you made it all the way to the end, put a drawing hand emoji in the chat. That's always nice to see. And apparently that is also a way to help support channels. Any comments, any chatting in the live chat, it makes the YouTube algorithm be like, oh, people are saying things here. People are interested. There's a conversation happening. And then it's apparently will then get shared to more people as they are browsing. So that is also a way to help this nice little corner of the internet grow. Look at all those drawing hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're also great. Annette, Lewis, Kiki, Maya, all of you, everyone who's here today, thank you so much. And a big extra special thanks to Anastasios and Maria, So cool to have you both here as well. But all of you, everyone who's here, I ideally appreciate you being here and really love drawing together. So have a wonderful rest of the day, rest of the weekend. Thank you for all those extra hands, Dale. And we'll, see you again next time. And I can't wait to see your sketches. So on Instagram, tag me, tag Anastasios, and join the Discord server and share there. Cool. Thank you. See you next